Hello, one and all, and welcome to Pokemon Snow, where we roll dice and beat up giant insectoid metal things. I'm your DM for this evening, the Gold Crow. And with me, I have four of my wonderful friends with me, and one of them is going to recap. I think that is going to be you. I can't believe we've done this. This would be the third time. Anyway, just a little thought there. Take it away, Geek. I believe you're gonna do a recap of last episode.
All right, yeah. So last week or last session, I guess last week in and out of game,
Yeah.
uh, we had a whole week pass of relative peace. Uh, Ira and Proteus learned a bit more about the strange construct that attacked the town, or by studying the corpse of it, what was left of it, anyways. In the afterwards, a MDRA member by the name of Estelle, someone we've definitely never met, approached us with a proposition, and also gave us a bit more context as to what might be going on here. She said that this creature, as well as a bunch of dungeon Pokemon roaming around outside of their respective mystery dungeons, are a product of the strange shards that are apparently being distributed by the. I'm going to butcher this. Dithrim? Is that
Dithyrum.
how you say it?
Dithyrum.
Dithyrum. Okay. Dithyrum Corporation. Estelle wants us to go to Loomhausen and the Loomhole University that they run to gather any information, infiltrate, and find any proof of what this corporation is doing. The group deliberated for quite some time. Many of us were not very trusting of this whole thing, but eventually we accepted. Um, afterwards, we pretty much the party went their separate ways and basically got their things in order before setting out. Proteus packed up and basically disappeared like he was never here to begin with. Malcolm spoke to the flock, her potentially final goodbyes to her family, and Dante fought his superior in order to gain permission to leave.
All right. You could have a reroll for the session, and I guess I'm going to bring you to the kind of the entrance to your home of Helmfirth. You've all probably convened with each other and maybe packed your belongings. Is there anything else you would like to do in the town before you set out? You know it's kind of a there are various towns that kind of go towards the city in which you're heading, Loomhausen. You gave note of Ironbroach, the kind of a very industrial mining town Proteus was kind of interested in. That's it. It's one of those things where it is a little bit of a detour, but it's pretty close to Loomhausen, so you could easily kind of access there. It's just if you wanted to stop there, it's just a little bit of a detour. But on the way to the path to the city, there's a few little towns, much like Helmfirth. You know, a very close one. The neighboring town is Oakshire, which is it would be east of here. It's known for being kind of a lot of apothecaries are from there, and they kind of scour the land for herbs and medicinal plants and things of that like. They're known for making like healing potions and other potions that aid adventurers. So that might be a good place to stop. What do you think your guys' plan is, though?
So, actually, first and foremost, are we running rations for
No,
this
no,
and travel? Okay.
we're not doing any of the survival mechanics. Well, until further notice, I'll assume maybe you just got some out of your food storage and you have enough to last a few months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure, because I don't have any in my starting inventory. All right.
But another thing I should note is Estelle warned you there is a lot of bandit activity around the air continent due to the temperature dropping and things getting colder. So that might be something to worry about if you are to rest on the road, so to speak.
All right. Let me think.
We're gonna need some bells, some rope, and some stakes.
And
Wooden stakes, not meat.
for the purposes of this, Dante, I'll assume you like got rejuvenated, so you have everything back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Bells,
So-
ropes,
Like
and
long rest.
stakes for Malcolm.
Just also note that I'm going to switch from ghost type to fire type.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to make
Well,
sure
Estelle
that-
did say that she was heading to Oakshire,
Mhm.
and that if we wanted to, we could meet again there. I believe Proteus also wanted to go to Oakshire for reasons related to that poison. But was that confirmed that had something to do with the meteor, or is that still kind of out in the open?
That's out in the open. It's
Okay.
The poison. Well, Dante would know it is a very strange poison that they were not able to remedy.
Okay.
So if you
'Cause I
want
know
to
that.
connect the two, that's your own.
We're just taking the scenic route, is what it sounds like.
I mean, Estelle did tell us to take our time getting there
Right.
and to kind of keep on the lookout. But I guess, the longer we're out there, the more likely we're going to be open to bandits.
The main thing, of course, is that we're also not supposed to be seen together
With
With-
Estelle,
like,
anyway.
with Estelle.
Yeah.
At least not until we hit Oakshire. So we
She
probably
did.
want to.
Yeah, she did suggest that we can.
We
meet up
probably
there if
want
we
to
wanted.
go to whatever the first town was before Oakshire, so that way she has time to pass us.
I thought
by.
that is.
Yeah, Oakshire's the neighboring town.
I thought Iron
Mhm.
Rock was.
No,
like-
Iron Rock is way out there. It's
No.
like this. If you guys are going on foot, it's gonna take like almost a month to get there.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh man, one does not simply walk to Loomhalsen.
Long trip.
It is quite a long trip. Yeah.
Well, if they've got healing potions and such things over in Oakshire, we probably should head over there anyway to pick up
Yeah.
such things.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the necessities.
We're in it for a long haul, so we really should get stuck.
The only healing potions we have now are tax exempt because we stole them from a dead man.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess that's true. Yeah. Right, so I guess Oakshire first. We're probably going to Ironbrook, but if there's anything else on the way, we'll kind of do it as it comes.
Okay. So you know it's probably about a 2 days journey there. What I'm going to kind of assume is all the starting gear for being level 1 it's just stuff maybe you had in your house somewhere that you just kind of gather up. You find that explorer's pack. It's like, oh yeah, I had this, I guess. Just kind of, it's like in real life when you just go through your storage. You're like, oh wow, I had this like inflatable boat in here. When did I get that? But yeah, you all go through your belongings as you say goodbye to your homes. Is there anything else you would like before you leave your hometown behind you?
Do I get those bells I mentioned?
I have a bell.
We're gonna need more bells.
I think it sounds like he was trying to look at like small amount of shopping just to set up a rudimentary alarm system.
Yeah,
what I'm wanting to do and telling you guys, since Malcolm isn't going to come up with the idea on his own, is that while we're sleeping, we needed an alarm system. So we're just going to put a ring of stakes with a rope around our campsite with bells on it. So that if someone tries to get in, it sets off the bells.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, yeah, that's a very reasonable thing to find here.
Especially since Malcolm lives with a bunch of sheep who have bells on their necks.
Yeah. So you could... The only component to that would actually cost anything would be the bells, and you can get a bunch for like just 1 gold. Also, you just have like 20 of them if you want.
All right. 20 brass bells.
I don't think we need that many. But fair enough.
Watch, we're gonna need him to replace the one that Malcolm's wearing.
Yeah. Can we, when Quill suggests smart purchases, do you want to like spend the money, Quill, and we just we pretend we took it from Malcolm or something?
Yes.
How do you handle that?
Awesome.
Yes, that is exactly how we're gonna handle that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That way you get to do both sides.
Speaking of money, this is a small thing, but Ira is gonna leave about half her gold at home. Like, she basically packs up a bunch of her stuff and then just leaves like what is it, 26 gold, yeah.
Okay.
Just at her home.
Is that
left?
Are you giving it to giving it to your family, or are you just leaving it there?
She's giving it to her. She's giving it to her family, but I think she's like very, I don't know. With her leaving and all that, she feels very guilty. So I don't think she necessarily wants to just be open about it. So she just kind of leaves. Maybe she leaves a small note just in her room or like wherever she stored her stuff with the gold. It's just like, left this. Hope it'll hold you guys over.
Mm-hmm. Even despite the Estelle's promises, the MDRA was going to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Hope it'll hold you over until more help gets here or something like that.
All right. Is there anything else?
No. I did most of goodbyes last session.
I believe so.
Okay. So there's one thing who went to go get the bells?
I guess Proteus, because he already has one. So
I would say.
You noticed that merchant that you helped was not there.
Oh no.
Where'd she go?
She's starting to make her rounds to other towns.
Yeah. But take that as you will. You probably picked it up from like maybe it's just some local junk shop where they just had a bunch of bells sitting there and they gave it to you. Okay.
I suppose I could see where she had set up shop or anything, but I'm pretty sure that she probably just struck out on her own. She said she wanted to.
Do a perception check.
Oh, baby.
Man, I can't believe the Kecleon Mafia got her.
12.
You don't really glean anything that other than it's just the place she was is now empty. She had her cart and but yeah. You notice that as you pick up the bells as a Stantler, I assume. And you head back to the entrance to Helmfirth.
All right.
Heading out?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think so.
No objections. I think we're all ready.
Okay.
Say goodbye to the town. We'll see it again at the in 5 years.
At some point.
Yeah. So yeah, as you walk out the gates, you slowly see the small little hamlet of Helmfirth disappear. The large chapel, the little white dots of the McFluff field. The your shop is so rather mundane, Ira, but you could just you could still pick it out between all the other houses, as even when it's far away, you could just barely make it out. In Proteus, it's whatever your attachment was to this village is now being left behind.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I just no, never mind.
Yeah, you just say that out loud as everyone's just silent.
What?
It's what?
Well, you all seem like you're leaving something behind instead of taking something with you.
Oh. But, I mean, yeah, I can't exactly... can't exactly move my dad. He's having trouble moving himself as is.
The rest of the clergy will handle. As for
Did you lose your train of thought, or did the microphone die?
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to complete that.
Yeah, sorry. Should have just said like, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah. Slowly, You don't even see it anymore as just the green hills and the large verdant trees just kind of block it out like a curtain. And you begin your first night on the road. Some of you, well, Ira's definitely probably most well-traveled in terms of going, in terms of going to the city. But you were probably transported via cart, and it was substantially faster because you could sleep during this ride. This is kind of the first time you've been hoofing it on going by foot. And yeah, you get out there as the day starts to turn into night. It you definitely feel, not sleeping in your own abodes, that it is substantially chillier as it as night falls too. And it's not enough to like impede you, but it's definitely a little chillier. It makes you pull up your cloaks that you might have taken or put over a blanket. And Dante can probably get a fire roaring, which oddly seems to be at full capacity.
I was gonna say, I think Proteus would insist he make the fire the old-fashioned way. At least to start.
You or Dante?
Proteus himself, using the tinder box and all that stuff.
Yeah, you get out your firewood that maybe Malcolm chopped down or rip off, and just you set it inside your campfire, and you begin striking the flint, and it catches after a little while. It's this kind of waning fire.
And he's gonna try to like build it up and get it to like reach what we would assume normal levels are.
It like, as you put in more firewood, as you try to build it in, it gets higher, like the wood catches, but when you start blowing on it, there's something just wrong. Like the oxygen isn't making it any more intense.
Yeah, he'll probably step back and kind of think about it, tap on his chin, and then say, Dante, go breathe on it.
It's not just you who's been noticing. We all know, of course. And he'll just spit a flame on it.
Yeah,
roaring.
And almost just like an instant, it just kind of it starts crackling and goes to the intensity that a normal roaring campfire would be, especially with all like the excessive wood that you may have put on it trying to make it bigger.
Yeah, despite being used to the heat, Dante probably even raises an arm to shield his face at that.
So what? Is only, I suppose, magical fire?
I don't think it's magical. I think it's just the fire type.
Flames on their own rather than one's abilities.
Or Dante's just really good at it.
You maybe noticed too, Dante, that Malcolm's standing a little too close, and like some of his fur is getting like kind of singed, where it kind of curls in on itself.
Oh gosh!
He's also looking into the flames in a very mesmerized fashion.
No. And Dante will immediately start pulling Malcolm away.
He's like the yellowed marshmallow now.
Well, hold on. He could burn off the other tassel, and then it'll be even.
No! And Malcolm, like, rolls backwards a few feet.
Or more likely, his fleece would catch on fire, and we'd have a much bigger problem.
In dark, Proteus will say, well, that was effective. As Malcolm's just, like, not near the fire anymore.
He's, like, standing on the fringes of the light given off by it.
Yeah, Malcolm is also not as bothered by the cold as everyone else, all things considered.
Whether it's the fleece or because he's just too stupid to realize it, you'll never know.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, regardless, do you think this will even hold throughout the whole night? If not, you might need to stay up a bit late, keeping a bit beyond just, I guess one of us should stay up anyways to try and
Keeping watch.
make sure none of those bandits. Yeah.
You don't have to keep the fire going all night to keep yourself warm. That's what sleeping bags are for.
I suppose that's fair.
Yeah.
But
Though, to keep yourself warm while being awake, yeah, that's what a fire's for. Though the question remains if we can maintain the fire without Dante.
well, you didn't seem to do an amazing job at it. Not that I can do any better.
Because once he's lit it, if we just keep adding firewood to it, does it continue to burn with the same fervor, or does he have to be present for it?
The way it seems to be working as you kind of, play with fire. His just kind of initial spark is it can still be manipulated just as long as it doesn't go out.
The fire types.
We learn this from like taking sticks out and playing with them.
Well, assuming it does go out, just let me know. I assume we'll be keeping watch tonight. And then he says that before looking at Malcolm and realizing, wait.
Yeah, I think whoever has first watch will also have the responsibility of making sure that he doesn't roll away in his sleep by tying him down.
I'm more worried about one of us having to cover a shift for Malcolm.
No, Malcolm wakes up early.
Oh no, I've got to stay up late to make sure you guys fall asleep.
Okay, well, I guess. I mean,
I guess once you start falling asleep, wake one of us up.
Okay.
Just stay awake for as long as you can, and whenever you're done, just wake one of us up.
You may get him to stay awake the whole night, asking him to just stay awake.
Frankly, I'm not too bothered by that possibility.
Okay. So you guys just kind of want to take turns watching?
Effectively, yes.
And probably
Yeah,
put
sounds
the
like
bell
it.
ring around the camp.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
act as a security system and to ring if Malcolm rolls away.
Okay. All right.
You see this rope? This is the pen.
All right. So you put on these little stakes, just kind of in a hexagonal pattern around your little camp right here, and setting bells, probably numerous bells on each of the edges. You probably put it down enough so it's who's gonna set it up?
I mean, I guess Proteus.
All right, I'll have you do a sleight of hand then to make it kind of unnoticed.
Yeah, that's why it's me doing it. 12 again.
12.
Man, I love 12s.
All right. Very good. So, you may be disappointed with that, but that's just going to be linked to passive perception and your level 1 characters. So
All right,
it's
guys,
really not that bad.
It doesn't pass my own passive perception of 12.
Exactly. So you don't even see it anymore. You know where it is, but you think you got it
No,
pretty
I
good.
can see it. It's a 12. My passive perception is 12.
Oh, yeah. So you maybe call someone else over and see if they can see it.
Malcolm runs it over immediately. What was that?
The sound of the pen being displeased with you.
Oh no.
It wants you to stay inside and make sure that it sleeps well tonight.
Oh, that sounds really important.
Yes.
Yeah, and if anyone else disturbs it, they're here to cause trouble.
Oh, okay. I understand.
All right. So then you all retire for the night, taking turns watching, of course. But everyone roll a d6 then.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
4, 3, 3, 4.
All right. So you take turns. You take turns on watch, as you've probably found this nice little area between the trees to set up your camp, putting stones around so the fire doesn't catch. Though you think the fire would probably fizzle out if anyone else was if anyone else put it up other than Dante. But Malcolm, when it comes to your turn to actually go to sleep, you find yourself in this kind of this void of this prismatic void of just colors. These very kind of light, washed out colors that you've lost your sense of being in them. It's like you don't have a body anymore. You being so used to this, you've mastered lucid dreaming, and just kind of immediately you're dreaming.
Okay.
Um,
He's going to lucid up some grass and start eating.
Yeah, just as you start thinking of grass, you're back in the McFluff fields, and the grass is it's greener and lusher than you've ever seen it before. It reaches up to the sky even, and as you just lick your lips and take a bite and just kind of slurp this 200-foot long piece of blade of grass like it's spaghetti.
It's a good dream. He's happy. This is where he belongs.
But as you continue to consume all the grass, and it's done in a manner of like when you look away and then you look back, the grass is back there. Like you can't see anything out of the corner of your eyes. You see the sign for Helmfirth, but you can't read the sign at all. Or is Malcolm literate?
No.
Okay, he couldn't read it to begin with, but the funny shapes are stranger shapes, not the shapes you recognize. But that's when you hear a voice, Malcolm. Malcolm, you have to help me.
He turns around looking for the voice. I'm here.
You can't see it through the blades of grass. That's when you see it. As you look for the voice, you see this massive creature walking on two legs. These two massive pink legs. As it picks you up, Malcolm. You can't even see what it is. You just see the two legs. It picks you up. And then you just see yourself going towards this vicious maw. It just says, "You will dream no more." And then it eats you. And then you wake up in a cold sweat.
Ah! Ah! He's just like bleeding really loud.
Yeah. You wake up. And you notice, like, as you wake up too, everyone's kind of packing up the camp.
Guys, the dreams are bad here. I wouldn't go back.
What?
The giant legs ate me, guys.
Is this also normal? She kind of looks to the other two.
How should we know?
You talk to him more than I do.
He's the sleep doctor. He starts saying
I
that and
haven't
just
been
puts
around
doctor
him
in.
when he's sleeping.
I don't know. It's probably a nightmare.
Did you die in this dream?
He just kind of stares back blankly.
Remember, he doesn't.
All right. Well, if you die, it's Dante's fault. There.
Excuse me.
What?
Dante, why'd you do this?
Oh,
I thought we were friends.
Oh, he does know what death is.
He's blaming me for the bad dreams now. Thank you, Proteus. Malcolm, I did no such thing.
Proteus, why'd you lie to me? I thought you were my friend.
I don't know if Dante is or is not doing it, but I'm pretty sure that he's up to something.
Why would... Proteus? Why are you trying to start something?
He just kind of looks at Dante.
He crosses his arms.
This is so unproductive.
It's early morning. We shouldn't be doing this.
Malcolm is now eating grass like nothing happened.
Yeah, you get your morning snack, I guess. For what it's worth, you get your benefits of a long rest, but I think you were all topped off anyway, so.
Yeah.
I guess to swap stuff around can do that.
Yeah, unless you want to swap stuff around, yeah. Yeah, with all that being said, do you guys want to head out now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Pack up all the things.
Yeah, you pack up your camp and begin heading down the dirt path to Oakshire. As it hits around afternoon, along the path, you see someone on the path. You make out, it looks like about 5 figures. 2 appear to be by what looks like a cart, and it's kind of off to the side of the road too. Yeah, one is by a cart. There are 3 figures kind of on the other side of the road, kind of on the grass, and there is one standing a little farther out, like close to a boulder.
From this distance, is it possible to tell if the cart's tipped at all?
No, the cart is not tipped.
Okay.
Huh. Maybe. Is this? Is this like a small trade outpost? Is there any like designation for that?
You're
Like
kind
on
of
the road itself.
you're out in the middle of nowhere, so this is either it would not be like anything established.
It's just a caravan.
Huh. Well, that's
That or
odd.
There
And they're
doesn't
not
happen to be a
moving.
Breeden flag flying over it.
wasn't she completely on? No, she wasn't on her own time, anyways. Do you remember what they said about bandits? I would just be careful.
Yeah, let's approach with caution.
All right. You're just gonna kind of walk towards it.
I mean, we
Simmons is
have
still
to,
on the
right?
main road.
Yeah, it's on the main road. Like they're gonna see you if you walk by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We may as well just continue on as normal, and if anything goes badly, then
Sick the sheep on them.
Yeah.
Okay. As you get closer, it becomes apparent that you have seen this cart before. It is that merchant you saved, but you don't see her there. Well, you do see her there, but you don't see her at the cart, which is kind of on the. There's one figure inside, pretty much going through the cart, kind of haphazardly throwing stuff out. Well, on the other side of the road, there is the same kind of creature. There's two zigzagoon and one in the cart right now. And they're in front of that greedent merchant lady you saw before. And they look to be it looks like they're almost trying to restrain her. Well, there is a little farther down the road, there's a little boulder where a Nickit is just kind of leaning against a rock, just watching this happen. And as you get closer, the Nickit just says, "Good day."
Hi.
She looks is the merchant in is the merchant in speaking distance?
Yes. She turns around And she says, "Oh, now you guys are in trouble. I know these four."
How does this keep happening to you?
Are you
Incident
being
prone?
arrested?
That's when, before she could say anything, one of them cuts in and the Zigzagoon says to you, you should maybe move along if you know what's good for you.
Oh, hey, you guys should buy some of her stuff. She's got some pretty good stuff, she said so, and gave me this.
That's when the Nicket lady says, yeah, we're just buying some stuff.
Dante will look up to the one Zigzagoon that's currently just rummaging through the cars.
Yeah, it's just throwing out, and you could see a bunch of like the wares down on the ground.
Really trying to find what she's got in the storeroom, huh?
Look, I'll say it again. Just go mind your own business. You don't need to be a hero. So one of the others is like covering her mouth, like. Well, stop standing there and gawking and move along.
I'm going to cast Silent Image and make a dust cloud.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
I was about to try to message someone.
All right. If you're gonna start casting a spell, we're gonna silent image. I mean, we're gonna roll initiative first.
See if that works.
I love
I'm gonna
silent image.
silent image, guys. That gives me permission to have a natural 20, right?
What's my dex again?
Right down the middle.
Oh.
Well,
Oh.
12. It's the number of the day.
Another 12.
All right. I think I have you. I'm gonna move you a little closer. Are you a Zoro right now, Proteus?
No.
Okay. Well, we could just pretend for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, I could do this, I guess. Just use your the token for initiative, but I'll put this in for you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did I get a 13? Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Proteus is apparently very slow.
So are the Zigzagoon. They're only at a 4. Well, she is. Okay, is everyone in?
Yep.
Someone is missing. Malcolm is missing.
Malcolm's
Oh,
missing.
Malcolm is missing. Oh no. Reference.
I'll let you rearrange this little square here. Whoever you think realistically would have been in the front.
Ira would probably be in the back.
Malcolm would be right next to whoever is currently restraining him.
Would that mean Proteus and Dante here swap? Or what do you think?
Malcolm would be
Proteus is
right here.
definitely approaching them, so I don't know.
Malcolm would probably be right there, because that's next to both of them.
Oh, my bad.
The audience would
Excellent.
like the map.
Yeah, I'm just setting
Ah.
up. Okay, everyone's in?
Yep.
All right, so to give you a lay of the land here, they have now turned your attention as they see you about to cast a spell. And there's a clip face. It goes up pretty high. That's about 20 feet. There is some very dense forest over here. There's a lot of the items that look kind of familiar that you recovered the first time. The wagon is still intact. It just seems like they moved it over to the side. This one is currently restraining her, but it's letting go, seeing like a battle's about to break out. But this Nicket right here is she's just kind of watching you with a smirk on her face. Just crossing. Yeah. All right. Let's go to Ira first.
All right. So she sees. I guess she sees Proteus start to cast a spell, and everyone start moving and be like, all right. And she's going to pull out the amulet, kind of lift it off her, I guess off her neck, and hold it up, and she's going to cast Entangle.
Okay.
Right here. I think that's 20-foot square.
All right. It's a strength save, right?
Yeah, it's a strength save.
Okay. First, the Nicket is going to fail, and the Zigzagoon is going to pass. I think that's going to be a 15.
That does pass.
Yeah. So as kind of these weeds start and just vines start just grasping their legs as she looks down and begins trying to move. And she says, "Oh, interesting."
She kind of mutters under her breath, "Thanks, Dad." As she's going to back up a little bit as well.
All right. It is going to be her turn. How can I get out of this?
So they can repeat it. So they're restrained right now.
Yep.
They can use their action to make a strength check against the DC again.
Okay. There's no cutting it or anything. It's only strength save or bust.
Yeah, it's strength save or bust.
All right.
And also the area is difficult terrain for the next minute, if that matters.
Well, yeah, it will be if anyone walks through it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think she's just gonna try and get out. That's not gonna pass. That's only a 8. So, yeah, she's still stuck.
Yep.
All right. Dante.
Okay. I am going to just... Well, first off, Malcolm, they're not good guys.
They're not?
No.
Why?
They're robbing Anna.
They can't do that. That's illegal.
And I am going to... No, I'm just going to go ahead and firebolt the Zigzagoon next. Actually, no. I'm worried about catching stuff on fire. Actually, yeah, no, I'll just firebolt the Zigzagoon.
Okay.
So, that... 6. Wow, dirty 20.
Oh, that'll hit.
That is 6 points of fire damage.
To which one?
The guy next to the cart.
All right. And 6 damage. He takes a hit, and he it just kind of burns him, and he just kind of tries to pat it off, and he looks wounded by that. Very wounded.
Right.
I won't say bloodied because they have kind of like not that much HP, but
Right.
yeah. All right, but yeah. Is that your turn, Dante?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay here with where most of the group is currently. Hold up.
All right,
You're wrapping up.
Malcolm.
And he's gonna grapple this guy.
All right, it will try and use acrobatics to get out. It got pretty high.
All right. 14.
It got 18.
All right. Then Malcolm's gonna go right here.
Okay. It is now Proteus's turn.
All right. Well, I guess I said I was doing this, so
You could change your mind if you're gonna do something else. So,
I think this is still good for Malcolm.
all right.
So we're going to like as he rolls, the dirt cloud behind him just expands in front of him and is all around him. Although Malcolm doesn't see it, but everyone else does. As I cast silent image and make a dust cloud.
Well, Malcolm would see it too, right? Because
Yeah, but that's fine.
yeah. All right.
I'm like, it's got that weird thing where it's like if you know it's an illusion.
Malcolm doesn't know
Um,
it's an illusion, though.
Yeah.
Does Malcolm know?
Yeah. So yeah, this thick clouds kind of envelop you, Malcolm, and the two Zigzagoon.
And yeah, I guess I just move over here.
Okay. This one is going to go. I'm going to treat this as difficult terrain. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do they have a ranged option? Yeah, they have a short bow, which I'll say is like kind of this little like thing kind of grafted to their paw or like latched onto their paw. So they're just going to go out and shoot one at you. This one here is going to shoot at you, Dante.
Okay.
Getting a 19 on the die, so that's probably going to hit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going to be 7.
Still up.
Okay.
I'm hurt, but I'm still up.
This one is going to aim at Ira, the one at the the one that
Got firebolted.
yeah. It's going to fire at Ira, getting that's going to be 17.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Yeah. I swear to God, I just rolled a 6 again. So that's gonna be 7 damage.
Well, I'm at 1 HP.
Okay. Okay. And the last one is gonna go for Proteus. And gonna take a swing. It's gonna probably miss you, Proteus, because that is only a 9.
Yeah, that will miss me.
All right, top of the round with Ira.
Okay. Yeah, Ira wants to take out the one that's the one that hit her. She's want to make sure. She want to make sure she's gonna at least knock one down. So she's going to hex the one that shot her.
Yeah.
Gonna hex its dexterity. You know what? Actually,
one thing too, I'm gonna say Anna's gonna go with the initiative one, and she's just gonna go, well, take care of it, guys. She's gonna go into the.
all right.
Dust cloud.
Of course.
Ooh, that's an enticing option. So, the way that Entangle works is that subsequent things are a strength check.
Yeah.
Subsequent rolls
Mm-hmm.
after the initial strength save. I think she's going to. I think she's gonna hex the Nicket for strength.
All right. And it's just a strength check to get out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Very smart.
All right. So she's going to do that, and she's going to launch Eldritch Blast at this 6 again right here.
Yeah. He is injured.
That's an 8.
And 8 does not hit him. He kind of dodges out of the way.
Ugh. I think she's just gonna stay here. Yeah.
All right. The Nicket is going to again use the. Oh wait, did you do concentration?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It is concentration. So, do you mind if I undo that?
Yeah.
Because I forgot about that. I would have not done that.
Yeah, the
That just means I
concentration.
wouldn't have used hex.
Yeah, I mean you got hit is what I'm saying too.
Oh yeah. Let me roll that check. That con save.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a flat d20.
You're
Well,
good.
there's a good roll. But yeah, that's my bad. I would not have used hex if you allow me to.
Yeah,
rock that.
of course. I'm not one of those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that doesn't change anything else. So
Okay. You just you shot and missed and
mhm.
all right. We'll go on to her turn next, and she's gonna try and bust out because it's the only thing she can do. You know, she has like a very exquisite looking golden rapier too, as she's kind of like pulling at the vines that she's gonna try and break out. Natural 20.
Damn,
Yeah.
that'll do it.
Golden rapier is good at cutting plant.
And she says, well, you could have just bought me off here, but this could be a little more interesting, as she pulls out the rapier. And she's going to go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dante.
Okay, well, first up, I'm going to use Healing Word on myself because I'm hurting.
Okay.
That's 4 6. Not quite topped off, but still pretty good. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try to finish this guy off. So
This one?
another, yeah, that guy at the card. I'm gonna try to firebolt him again.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, that's an 8.
An 8 it just whizzes past him.
It's the Lord.
And I'm going to back up towards Ira.
Okay. Malcolm.
Whoosh, and he's going to try to. Actually, he's going to use the dodge action.
Keep a note too is you get rages back on a short rest. We've done that.
Okay.
Just in case that changes anything you want to do.
That sounds like DM for start smacking them.
No. I'm just I don't know if you remembered that or not.
No, I absolutely remembered that. It's just I'm hoping they'll attack me while I'm bulwarked and
Okay.
dodging.
Okay. Well, they're in your grill now, so yes.
Yeah.
Possible.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. I'll yeah, you kind of roll in between these two in a defensive stance. All right. Proteus.
Let's see. Dante wounded this one, right?
Yeah, that's the only one that's been hit so far.
Alright, I'm going to... Well, I guess I won't move until this works. I'm just going to take a poke at him.
Okay.
Nat 20, he's probably dead.
Oh yeah. What are you using?
Rapier.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Just kind of
Does he have more than 10 HP?
no.
Yeah. So
He's
we got him.
do you kill him or do you just
I probably kill him to send a message.
Okay. Yeah, he goes down.
And also to see if Dante starts glowing or something.
I don't think Dante starts glowing.
All right, and now
No, but he's not looking the happiest.
Well, don't worry, you don't have to look at Proteus anymore. He's in the cloud now.
All right. This after seeing his friend go down here, it was actually a female one, and he says, "Olga," he looks over to the Dicket and says, "Frey, maybe we should like bounce. They're kind of kicking our asses." And she goes, no, don't worry. We got this. Just all right. So, that being said, they're going to attack Malcolm at disadvantage because he is dodging. That first one is going to miss you because I don't think a 9 hits you.
Nope.
That's going to be... I got an 8 on the first one, and that's only going to be 11, so that probably doesn't hit you either.
Nope.
Yeah. So they whiff. Ira.
All right. I'll just keep the spike growth up for now.
Okay.
She's gonna now that she's not being shot at, she's going to she's gonna go ahead and try and get this one.
All right. Try
the
to
one that keeps dodging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll I assume a 24 hits.
24 will hit.
Okay.
But you don't have a modifier, so you might not do it.
Nope, 3 damage.
That was exactly what it had. 3
Oh
damage.
my god.
Ah, okay.
All right. Do you end him?
No, she's not going for the kill.
All right. You just kind of blast his shoulder, and he just kind of crumples against the cart.
Yeah.
The other one looks. Are you sure? She's just like, don't worry, don't worry. All right. Let's go to the top of the. Let's go to her turn then. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Opportunity attack.
She didn't go within the cloud.
She went here. I am here.
Oh. Okay.
And
Yeah.
will this be an advantage because it's obscured?
Yes. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be you'd get your sneak attack from it.
All right. That's over 20.
Yep, that'll hit her.
All right. 12 damage.
Ouch. Yeah. As she kind of like looks to be going towards Malcolm, you see this rapier come out of the dust cloud, and she kind of turns around and takes like kind of grievous wound to the side of her. Huh. She kind of recoils back a little bit. You did 12 damage?
Yep.
All right.
12 piercing damage.
All right. But she will still continue to go up to Malcolm. And she will attack Malcolm at disadvantage. It's a good thing you dodged because I see a nat 20 there. But I don't think the other one will hit either.
18, 15.
That will not hit you. But she has multi-attack, so... that might hit you. I got a 17.
That one does.
Alright. And this is just a short sword with their fancy-looking sword. It's only going to do 6 damage to you.
All right.
Alright. And...
So she goes in for the nat 20, and Malcolm just swings up the bulwark and smacks the sword.
Alright. Yeah. Dante.
Okay, yeah, Toll the Dead. So, she needs to... Again, it's a whiz save.
A whiz save. Alright. Okay. Nat 20, or not a nat 20, a 18 plus 2.
Okay, well, she passed.
It's the bell rings. She just kind of braces herself.
And I think I'll use the other spell slot I have to Healing Word Ira.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ira, you get back to 6 HP.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Malcolm.
Now Malcolm's going to start sleepwalking.
Yep, you're seeing the dandelions.
Yep, and he's going to swing at the Nickit.
All right.
Okay. The rage only applies to the damage roll, not the attack roll, right?
Just the damage, yeah.
Okay. That's just an 8.
8.
A lot of twos.
Ugh.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it's just kind of you're just getting into that state. You're kind of, she goes wide as she kind of like it just kind of slams against the ground, leaving almost this like crater below you. She's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Proteus.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna huck a black dagger at her.
Okay.
That probably hits.
Yeah, a 30 will hit.
Well, it's not a 30, but it's over 20.
Yeah. Or, yeah, that'll hit. That'll definitely hit.
All right, 11 more piercing.
Yeah, at this point, she looks kind of bloody, and her confidence is kind of waning. All right.
I'm gonna position myself here, and yeah.
All right. Then I will have this one. I guess Malcolm's kind of the only viable target right now, so it's going to try and attack Malcolm. It got to 17 on the dice, so that's going to be a 20.
Okay.
And it's going to do a grand total of 5 damage, but it's reduced because you're raging, so it's only 2 damage.
Got it.
All right, that's can he do? Does he have like a cunning action? I don't think he
This
does.
level?
No, he doesn't. No. Yeah, so he's just kind of stuck there. He is going to try and move away though.
Reaction smack.
No, Malcolm's about to murder a man.
Okay, that's a 19 on the dice.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
Calculating. I just add proficiency, right, to damage.
Yours to damage is
Plus
just your
It's plus
modifier,
Okay.
and your +2 for the rage.
2. Yeah, for rage it's +2 at this level. It is not
Okay.
in proficiency.
16 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Was that
You make
exact?
no. That was way over.
Oh.
It only had 9 HP. So yeah.
You hear a spine snap.
Or what I like better is like you just kind of wind up and then he just kind of flies like a baseball and just smacks a tree.
I like that too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Baseball crack and everything. That's an awful noise.
Ira.
Fade to white. All right. I think Ira's gonna use 5 stars. See if she can finish him off with just that single
Okay.
missile. Yeah.
How much is it?
So it is a D4 plus 1.
I'm gonna put it.
5.
Yeah, that's you finish her off. She only had 4 left.
Yo.
She looked like she was about to run. It looks like that zigzagoon was kind of a moving was just kind of draw Malcolm away, so she can make a run for it. But you got her, so she kind of gets just struck by this thing and she falls down.
She kind of like dusts off her hands. Well then.
Hold up. Malcolm, wake up.
Huh?
Okay, good. Mostly good.
Is it
Dante's
good?
kind of looking over the fact that there's a lot of blood on the ground, considering that several of the Pokemon here died.
Brody's is keeping the dust cloud up and is going to wait and listen to see if there's any more geezers around or nearby.
Do a perception check.
Alright. We're good at these, right? 13. It's better than 12.
You perk your ears up and you just kind of you just hear the sounds of nature.
Alright, and then
Well.
the wind will blow and then the dust cloud will disappear.
Okay.
Yeah, the spike growth will, or the entangled will disappear as well, the roots and all that.
And you see Anna there. She's like, oh yeah, you sure did a number on them.
Sure did. What happened? You just get robbed again?
Well, I mean, can you put the pieces together here?
I guess, yeah.
Well, yeah, you see, the thing is, I thought I could. You see, I'm going to Loomhalsen because I heard that's kind of a lot of opportunities are open up there, and it's a very prosperous city. You've been there, right?
I have.
And
It's
kind of I want to expand my business. It's just not doing it in Helmfirth.
I can respect that. But you just kind of went on your own again.
Yeah, I could have paid for some bodyguards this time, but I thought I could eke by, and maybe I was wrong.
Ira just looks over to the pile of stuff over here.
Oh, did they get?
Malcolm's probably into salt again.
Oh, get him
Oh,
out of
no,
there!
no,
You're
no.
paying for
Come-
that.
Come on.
How come?
Meh.
Proteus is taking this time to go and look over the Nicket's stuff.
Yeah, she's wearing studded leather. She has a very fancy rapier. It doesn't look magical or anything, but it looks like it is or no, it's a short sword. You think you could probably fetch a good price for this?
I guess he'll just toss it. Give it over to Anna and say, "There."
Oh, I'll definitely
Paid
take
for.
that. She also has 10 gold. And there is also a map in there.
All right. Let's see this map.
It looks like the map to a bandit camp.
Oh.
In fact, you only know this too because you know thieves can't.
Okay.
While this is going on, Dante would probably be checking over any of the dead bodies, performing
There's only
the
one.
rites.
Yeah.
Unless Malcolm really
I think I'll take the free studded leather because why not?
Okay.
Well, I gotta ask, was it lethal?
No, it wasn't the the HP thing, so I'm gonna say it wasn't lethal.
Okay. Yeah, so only one died, the one that Proteus executed. On my way here, I went through Oakshire, and they have a goal where they keep in bandits like this. And by the looks of it, she looked like to be a high-ranking one. You can get some. You should maybe share some with me though, because I'm giving you this information. You wouldn't chain these guys along with you if I wasn't here, so 10% might be good.
Well, we would probably have to use the wagon to cart them there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I have some rope in there somewhere in the toolbox. They sprawled out.
Yeah, Ira will maybe grab some out of the pile.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, someone should tie those 3 up. I don't think the 4th one's making it the trip back.
I thought I wouldn't have to bring the shovel with me from the graveyard. That was a mistake.
We better find her a bed.
Unfortunately, there's not really much in terms of good betting to go around out here. Might have to just throw them into the woods. Let nature take its course.
He's gonna take a chunk of wool out of the sack of wool that he got from other Malcolm, and he's gonna hand it over to Dante and say, "At least give her a pillow."
Still okay.
In the
Yeah. You're lucky you didn't kill all of them. Back where I'm from, if someone goes down, they just die.
Where are you from?
Another continent.
harsher conditions out there.
Yeah.
Okay, there's. I guess if you want to keep that secret, that's fine.
Yeah, but anyway, I guess it's good you didn't kill them because we can get some money for them. So I won't beat around the bush. At this point, I don't want this to become a habit, and I might need a little bit of an escort to the city. So I might ask for your services to help me there.
Okay.
Wow, great. Okay.
We do plan on taking the scenic route there.
A
So I
slight
suppose that's a
detour.
good thing for you.
Yes, that is good. I'm planning. Well, I don't have very much at the moment, so I'm trying to stop by a few towns to maybe trade. And if you're doing
That's
that
for me, I
anyway,
suppose.
well, so you'll do it?
Works for me, I suppose. Yeah.
Excellent.
Sure. Good thing no one has a shovel, because we'd be out here for too long burying that guy.
Well, I have a shovel.
Oh.
There we go. That'll.
The rental fee
this easy.
is 1 gold per minute.
Never mind.
1 gold.
You can't be serious.
Well, I've got to make ends meet.
I've got 5 gold, and he's gonna take out 5 copper and give it to her.
That's not.
No.
I'm all for small business, but for supporting small businesses, but
Okay,
I will be honest.
I'll let
those are
you
your
use it.
regular rates. I'm sure.
I'll let you use it for a gold. I'm willing to trade too. If you have something more expensive than anything, well, they've done me the luxury of pulling out everything, and if
I thought we gave you the sword.
oh, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you the shovel for the sword.
Malcolm takes the shovel. I'll make her bed. And he starts digging a hole.
Yeah, she goes to like pack in everything. So these simultaneous events, it's kind of you should be done by the time everything's all packed up.
Malcolm digs the grave. He puts the little clump of wool on one end, throws her body in it unceremoniously,
Oh, no.
and buries her.
Oh no.
Ira's gonna.
I've never done a
Help.
dirt blanket before.
Oh.
Dante, did I do it right?
Well, no one's first try is perfect, but also you could have been gentler.
I thought she wouldn't wake up. Did she wake up?
No, she didn't.
Then I don't see what the problem is.
Can someone else potentially explain to him the nuance of... I don't know how I'm going to explain to him.
I think we've all already tried.
Yes,
Dante
but
wishes
respecting
that
the
you
dead.
gave her a bedtime story.
Oh no! And he starts digging her back up.
No. Well, I tried, Dante.
Well, are we about ready to move, or are we praying for this low life?
Uh,
I've already sent her to the other side as much as I can.
Great. And now that she hones in on Malcolm, now that you're here, you could pull the cart.
Okay. He gives her back her shovel, and he just kind of gets right between. He knows exactly what to do, like he's done this before.
Yeah. Well, here's a little. I kind of want this to go a little faster, so she puts like a carrot on a stick in front of you.
It's funny because I think Malcolm's going to be going for the green part of the carrot.
He is going for the green part.
oh my god.
So, for all
And
intents and purposes, right now, Anna is going to be an expert sidekick, and she joins the party.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm not sure if this is a good or bad thing.
Yay.
Okay. So yeah, with that, the wagon is all set up, the bandit is buried, and I assume you get the other three and kind of just take off all their weapons and belongings.
Disarm them.
The other ones had 5 silver between the three of them, so 1.5 gold if you wish.
11 gold in total,
Yeah.
non-divisible by 4.
And
Just two.
Who's the odd one out?
I just take all the money for now. We'll distribute it later.
you'll have
Yeah.
a treasurer. As Malcolm begins rolling the cart.
Oh boy.
It's like we have 5 wheels.
And as you're rolling the cart, and after all this burying and putting everything back in, the three others are kind of like from underneath their gags that they were probably tied in with. They're just kind of making muffled. Well, you can't understand what they're saying. Yeah. You're.
All right. Proteus is gonna look at the map and figure out where this bandit camp is.
It is pretty. It looks like it's closer to Limhausen.
Oh,
It's off in a forest. And the map is like, it looks like a map, but you see the like intricate other directions on it that kind of lead there. Like, having Thieves' Cant, like you could go there if you wanted to.
Well, I think first we should probably go to Oakshire, and maybe we can hit up the place on the way to Loomhausen, depending on if they've got a law enforcement area there that we can turn in all the bandits for money.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be our last stop if it's right next to Loomhalsen.
Yeah, it's quite a ways away.
So not too worried about it.
Okay. You begin moving along once again, and we go to another night, this time with another ally.
And a couple enemies.
And a couple of enemies in your in your new camp. You settle down for the night, and I assume you're kind of just doing the exact same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At this point, Anna says, "Well, I think we should probably rest here for the night. Someone stay up and keep an eye on those three. They're gonna try something. I just know they're gonna try something. They're bandits. They're gonna try and slip out of their binds and run off."
Oh, well, absolutely. Hmm. Hmm.
Is there anything you wish to do before you go to sleep?
Tie them up more.
Okay.
Assuming they're already
Do the
Double knot.
bells, do the thing.
Yeah.
I guess for kicks and giggles, I can pour marbles on top of them.
What?
Ball bearings.
Oh,
Let's tie bells to their necks.
gosh.
Oh my god.
You know, I really thought about it too, and you can have one item from my cart each. Thanks for saving me. Besides the sword, I'm keeping that. In fact, I might use it.
Better you have something to defend yourself with.
Yeah. Wait, do you not have any sort of... You don't even have, like, a dagger or anything?
I do have a dagger. It's just, well, I couldn't take on 4 guys, duh.
I guess that's fair. Hmm.
You also know your movement speed is going to be kind of reduced with this cart.
That's fine. Hmm.
You know, I'm gonna use this just in case. Is it possible to just frisk each of these bandits to make sure there was nothing they were like concealing?
You could do that on a limited amount of times.
As long as I spend 1 minute observing or interacting with them.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I
Basically
guess.
just making sure they didn't have any extra daggers or anything.
So, you got all their weapons, but what you do notice is the Nicket has something under the wristband.
Right? It's fine, whatever this is.
It's thieves' tools.
Ah.
And she's, you hear her kind of yelling profanities as you take that away. Well, you hear muffled profanities.
Dante just shakes his head a bit as he goes over all the bandits again and finds this honor, taking it away. Glad I did this.
He's gonna look at her and say, "You sound kind of grumpy. Do you need another nap?" The maul comes out of his wool.
Actually, that's not a half bad idea.
Blunt force trauma.
I sort of.
Well, I mean,
yeah, are you gonna do it?
Yeah, he clocks her over the head.
Yeah, I imagine it.
God.
I imagine it's like the Aerith chair scene where it's like, and then just a long cutscene.
Plunk. He looks at the others. Do you guys need help sleeping too?
They like profusely shake their heads.
There we go. That'll calm him down for the rest of the night. Hopefully.
I might get a good night's sleep. Like I said, you can have any one item from my. For the sake of this, she has like what a shop would have. Meaning, you could get a spyglass if you want to.
Oh,
I think we should get the spyglass. Those things are worth like 1,000 gold.
oh my gosh.
But once I'll give it to you once we reach Oakshire. But you can select one for right now.
Oh.
And this is for each of us or one for the group?
Each.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could probably take this. Well, I guess Dante realistically should have the spyglass. Because, wisdom.
Yeah.
Right.
She doesn't have any weapons or like exotic things like spell scrolls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we
Do
can
we
give
as a group
Malcolm
act-
flour so he can smash someone over the head with it, and then Dante can blow them up.
Mm.
Unless you don't want that, Quill.
Well, I mean, healing potions are always nice.
Or
Does that count as exotic?
That is, she has one healing potion, but she kind of wants to keep it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
she should hold on to that. We've got extra anyways.
Let's see other stuff that you'd find in shops.
Nothing from the blacksmith. Nothing from
General
the-
general store is what she'd have.
General.
I'll just hold on to that for now.
If
Think
nothing
about it.
else, you
Or
can
get
make
that
the
figured out
salt.
later. This.
Okay.
How are we doing on rope?
Malcolm has 50
Um,
feet of it.
I'm like, we all have rope, I'm pretty sure.
I do not.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Really?
If you go in the documents, that PDF, the very first PDF in documents has the general store too.
Oh, a crowbar might be useful.
She has the tools too, like the artisan's tools. She has all of those.
Oh.
That is also a good idea. Hmm.
I think someone needs to grab a crowbar, definitely.
I'm like, do you
Proteus
not
has one
start-
already.
Do
Oh,
you not start with your tools? Guess not. Alright, well, I guess I'm getting that.
What are you getting?
which tool? Because
Well, it's not an artisan tool, is it?
What
are you
is?
talking about the thieves'
just-
tools? Because those were just something we just looted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This,
The poisoner's kit?
a disguise kit or a forgery kit.
She does not have those. She has
Yeah, those are
Oh,
not.
unfortunate.
She has carpenters, cobblers, cooks, glassblowers, leather workings, masons, potter, smith, weaver, woodcarver, in terms of tools.
Could get myself weavers, but
Oh,
I'm just gonna wait till the end of the session to decide that.
Yeah,
All right.
Otherwise, we're just
Honestly.
sitting here like forever.
that's kind of what I'm
Yeah.
thinking too. Is let's.
Okay. All right. So as you select your Schrodinger's item, you then make sure everyone's bound nice and tight. The bandits, as you go off to Dreamland again, and everyone roll a d6.
Three.
6.
3.
All right.
6, 4, 3.
You have a great dream of a thing with legs.
Malcolm, you find yourself in that void of colors again, of lucid dreams.
Yay.
What does it shape into?
It's going to shape into the 3 bandits that we have.
Yeah.
and they all look like they're enjoying themselves, having a nice nap, and Malcolm is just kind of jumping from one side of them to the other, running to the other side, and doing it again repeatedly.
Yeah. Oh, putting them to sleep?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And it's almost like they go to sleep, but they're still talking. They're like, ah, thanks, Malcolm. You put me to sleep. You this like little clump of dirt comes out. He's like, I'm having such a good time down here, Malcolm. Thank you for burying me. It's so comfy.
I gave you a pillow with wool from another Malcolm. It's the best sleep you'll ever get, I promise.
It's so soft. No one's
Oh.
better at putting people to sleep than you, Malcolm.
All part of a day's work.
I don't even know how I knew your name.
It came to you in a dream.
Yeah, it actually came to me when you, like, launched me across the road. But
I should try it more often.
Yeah, you should, Malcolm. Your team relies on you so heavy. Did you see Proteus? And he says to you that, yes, Malcolm, keep doing that. And all your friends say that. It's like you saved us and you help us sleep at night, Malcolm. They say it in a very cultish like manner too. But it's not unsettling to you.
Nope, he looks so proud of himself right now.
But that's when you hear the voice again. I'm in the forest, Malcolm. You have to save me. It's the sheep that brings nightmares.
No, the sheep that brings nightmares. He's immediately gonna stop what he's doing. Everyone probably disappears, and he's gonna look for the forest.
You are in the thinking about a forest. Do a straight up intelligence check.
Oh boy!
Oh my god.
boy. Rolling at 20 right now.
He's doomed.
3.
Yeah, as you try and think up a forest, it just all these trees start sprouting up around you, and you're literally lost in the woods, and you see Fleece walking towards you that perhaps gives you a bit of comfort, but you see it walking on 2 legs as it says to you, "You are interloping once again. I told you no more dreams." As just a giant fist goes right down onto you as you wake up.
No!
And that's when everyone else is just... You fell asleep probably standing up, and just everyone else just kind of turns around and sees you yell that as you wake up.
Guys, the legs are back!
What?
The legs!
The
They didn't eat me
legs.
this time, though. They hit me.
Okay.
Another bad dream?
What did these legs say?
They told me I was an interloper and that I should not be dreams.
Maybe you should stop dreaming then.
No!
Proteus kind
Well,
of
it sounds like you're gonna keep getting hit.
Proteus frowns at that. Not really much we can do about that one.
What happened? Is this normal? Does this happen all the time?
No. Maybe.
Maybe?
In dark,
Sometimes. Nightmares happen. That's just how it works.
in dark, he's going to say, I think that someone is trying to get to him. I
don't know
suspect
if
it's
that's
a
the case.
spell of some kind.
Why would anyone try to get to him, of all people?
I guess
He
Ira
just
will
looks
try
at
and
Dante
think of-
and says, all I have to do is tell him we're having trouble sleeping at night while we're asleep.
I see your point.
I was gonna try and think of like if there's any sort of spell or anything that sounds that would
All right.
kind of bring on this sort of affliction.
Do an Arcana check.
Okay. That is a +5. Ah, 9.
Yeah. Magic can do a lot of things, but you think possibly, like, it's not out of the realm of possibility considering the arcane.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely possible, but why would anyone even target him? He's not particularly well. She just kind of looks at Malcolm.
He's eating
Not
grass
particu-
like nothing happened again.
He's not particularly anything.
As Proteus put it, might not be so much focusing on Malcolm as it could be the rest of us.
Well, why would someone be targeting us?
That I don't know.
For the record, too,
Oh, I don't know.
no one else had night terrors. Like, you slept, everyone else slept
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
Other
Proteus
than-
is still just gonna say, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe we smashed up their flesh golem." I don't know how anyone would find out about that this quickly. Could also be a test from the MDRA. Or it could quite literally just be his digestive system telling him to quit eating funny rocks that glow with magic.
Or it could be said funny rock.
it could be a side effect, yeah. It's still never really elaborated on what they meant by toxic. Perhaps it has some sort of psychedelic effect that would explain his mental capabilities.
As far as I'm aware, I don't think the rock would have made that better or worse. Well, maybe worse.
Yeah, I have a feeling if it did affect his mental capabilities, that all of the other Malcolms would have had to have eaten similar rocks. And I don't think that happened.
That's a terrifying thought, nonetheless.
Well, anyway.
Whatever, it hasn't caused any problems yet.
Let's get going. There's nothing that we can do about it here.
All right.
Before we go, actually, I don't have proficiency in that. I'm just curious if we can look over Malcolm once, just see if he is like sick visibly at all or anything.
Not really, no. Unless the DM has something else to tell me.
Do you have medicine?
Fortunately, not proficiency.
Okay. Yeah, you're not as trained to do like an examination like this without the tools or the kind of the proper setup you had in your church. So yeah, it's like he looks fine. Like he doesn't seem out of normal. Besides this nightmare he's kind of describing, it like might just be a reoccurring nightmare.
Let's just hear if he has this again.
Alright.
Nightmare twice in a row could just be a coincidence.
Right.
Back on the road we go, it seems.
Yeah, you all get the benefits of a long rest again, and you are on the road. You already did that, so... So Anna knows a shortcut that requires you going off, which would make you slower, but you're kind of going down a hill, which kind of speeds you up a little. It's sloped, so it's actually really fast with Malcolm.
Malcolm's specialty, gravity.
So you're it's a bit rocky and you're bumping around a little bit, but yeah, you reach the you see the the small town of Oakshire begin to emerge in the distance by nightfall. It is a very similar. It's a similar town to Helmfirth, but they have a little more. They have a little more facilities here. There is a large storage or granary building you can see. Most of the town is made out of wood or built into trees. As you get closer and closer to it, you see a little more movement around the town. It's about kind of twice the size of Helmfirth, but the buildings look a lot more modern in this sense of the room, meaning they like have these larger they're kind of like 2 stories as opposed to just like little cottages. And there is, you could see an inn. Like you can from this kind of cliffside, you can get a good view of the whole town. It looks like there's a small library there.
Ooh.
Anna tells you there is an apothecary that sells healing potions, and the cool thing here though is if you know how to make potions, you can get the components for it to get the potions for half price. And that all that means is if you are proficient in herbalism kits, you could you can craft potions at half price.
Not me.
In the town center, there is a bunch of merchant shops where she actually wants to go. But she said you can, I guess you can just kick your feet up here while I try to trade.
Should we drop these 3 off first?
Oh, yeah, you want to take them to the town goal. That is the building to the northeast of the town. So you see this this wooden building, rectangular in shape, with several bars on the windows.
All right, I guess we take them there then.
All right. Yeah, you go through the town with you're she goes to the center of this town, and she drops off she takes out the bandits out of her cart and gives them to you. They're probably like daisy chained together, still gagged. And he says, "Okay, just tell me when we're leaving, because I'm gonna try and sell some stuff here."
Okay.
Right.
All right. So you are going to there. All right. So you take them with you, and you get a few side eyes as you drag these criminals with you. And there is a Houndour and a Growlithe kind of standing inside this building that leads to a long wooden hall where you could, if you peek around the hallway, you can see a bunch of makeshift cells. Or actually, no, it's actually just one big cell where they just throw everyone in.
Oh.
And the Growlithe says, "Oh, what do we got here?"
Evening. Well, just a couple of bandits trying to attack a merchant on the way over here from Helmfirth.
I see. Well, did they have anything on them?
She kind of looks over to Proteus.
I guess that he's going to say they had some gold on them. They had some weapons that we've unhanded and thieves' tools.
Just mundane ones?
Yeah, from what we can tell.
All right, that'll I guess that'll be 5 gold per bandit.
Oh.
5, 10, 15. You have 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he hands you 15 gold. If you I guess assuming you managed to subdue them, we'd appreciate if you could get more. There's a lot of them lately, and we're spread a little thin. We'll transport them to either Loomhalsen or Ironbroach, and they will serve justice there.
Well, keep that in mind. Thank you.
As
good, it's an even number now. It's 13 per person.
they kind of lead the 3 into they. At this point, they're kind of silent as they're being hassled. You get kind of the back talk, like, yeah, I'm moving, as they kind of get ushered into the cell.
Are there any members of the murder in the cell?
No, you don't see any Murkrow.
Okay. Okay. She just kind of glances around. Oh, well, there's nothing else to do here, so
Thank you,
guess
citizens.
we should thank you, and yeah, I guess we should go find some way to kill time. To well, to spend our time while we're waiting for. What was her name? Abby?
Anna.
Anna. Bad at names. Sorry. Yeah, while we wait for her to be done.
So yeah, going out, you came out of this place. There's a very stately looking abode that you see to your right, directly next to you, that has kind of more exquisite roofing and just kind of gold trimming. To the west, there's this very large building that you see 2 guards outside of. To the southwest, there is a building where you see some injured people walking into, just kind of holding their arms and have like one hand against their head. There is a large building with a book on it on the sign, and you can see what looks like an inn called the Wrangler's Rest.
Okay.
Does it seem like the MDRA has a presence here?
There is, well, I'd make you do a perception check, but you'd have to be blind not to notice this, but there is a big, giant construct outside of the inn.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, I was more thinking of if like they had a recruitment thing going on here or something.
I'll have you do a history check in regards to that.
Okay. Let's see how good I am at these. 22.
Yeah, you know, the MDRA recruiting is kind of a isn't the best way to describe it, because they pretty much go and take children that are of age, of course, and that age is 8, and bring them to their towers and schools where they learn. And they're a very wealthy faction, so they wouldn't be out in the middle of nowhere like this. They wouldn't be set up. They're set up their tower is closer to Lumhausen.
Mhm.
So when they go recruiting, that's just when they hear about someone. They go and check if children are monoborn in just kind of the out in the middle of nowhere villages like this, just time to time. And they don't get everyone too. So some are just not discovered, and once they're overage, they have no obligation of going to the MDRA.
Okay. In that case, I will head to the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Same.
is everyone gonna go to the library, or does anyone else?
Most likely, I'm thinking we should at least. I'm wanting to check the inn just to make sure that we at least have like beforehand.
So you want to go to the inn, and everyone else is gonna go to the library?
I don't know who's Malcolm going with.
Yeah,
Or is he
that's
going
what I was-
with
Who
the
is he going
grass?
with?
was that?
You take Malcolm with you.
Okay, good, because if he went to the library, he was going to start eating the books.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
sure
rather
that
him
was gonna
not.
happen.
All right. We'll go to the library first. So before you is this large building with a. It has this large kind of carved book made out of wood on the on the top, pretty much signifying what this building is, and there is a Kangaskhan running it. And she looks at you two and says, "Oh, you from out of town?"
Yeah, we're traveling through. We're heading to Limhausen, but figured we'd stop by. There's, well, always nice looking, having someplace to look around, and read.
Okay. Well, yeah, certainly. We're actually not just a library, but we're actually more of a bookstore.
Ah,
And it's not much, but our books offer a lot of knowledge, since we here in Oakshire we try to. We're mainly in the apothecary wheelhouse, but we have some things outside of that here in this store, and they're very detailed books, and it might be worth your coin if you bought some. And mechanically, is what I'm trying to say here, is whatever you buy on whatever book you buy that has a subject, the next intelligence check you make in relation to that will be at advantage. For 1 gold.
Oh, okay.
You have the condition is you have to read it, and you just basically spend a night.
I'm like, geez, I could buy like 10 books and then just have
But-
advantage for 10
You
days.
can't like buy like the same book over and over again.
Yeah.
Just buy their entire archive of history books.
Just tell me like a subject, a specific subject, and that's what you got. Do you want me to cut to the other two while you think about it?
I think I'm probably going to be picking up books on quote unquote magic tricks and then also actual magic tricks.
So like illusion magic?
So like a book on like sleight of hand tricks and then a book on just magic in general.
This,
Trying to kind of peg down what's going on with Malcolm. And then the other one's just for fun.
this is so this is only intelligence checks, I should point out. It has to
Okay.
pertain to the thing you're buying.
Okay, then yeah, I will probably get a book about spells and look through it for dream related stuff. But yeah, Arcana, essentially.
Okay. I'll say that's dreams. Arcana and dreams.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be 1 gold for a book like that. Have you thought of one, Ira?
So Ira is obviously, as always, despite probably having a pretty wide access to, probably wider than normal access to the subject, back at Lumhall University, she is obviously always looking for any books on the subject of death
Okay.
and and potentially even resurrection.
Okay.
Other than that, she might also be looking for books just kind of in the general area, or just like on history in the general area,
Okay. So
like local.
like the maps and stuff.
Maps, local history, any sort of important.
Okay.
I guess on important figures in the past or in the area.
In the area, okay. Yeah, so I think that'll be 2 subjects. It would be the book about kind of the general area of this place and the history behind it, and kind of a death and resurrection.
Hmm.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
All right. So that'll be
2.
2 gold. And
Okay.
disclosure, just remind me that you've done this, assuming you read them, because I'm not going to remember you of these books, right?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We cut to Malcolm and Dante going into the inn, seeing the giant construct again.
All right. In that case, I guess, walking into the inn is still immediately visible, or is it? I'm gonna assume she's probably hidden back in some sort of room. So,
The innkeeper says, do an insight check.
oh, okay. Was that? There's the better rolls I was looking for earlier. 23.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk in, the innkeep kind of looks at you for a second. And she looks like she's about to say something, but then just this kind of like mental squint and just kind of looks back.
Like, just looks towards
She looked like she was like studying you for a second, and then she was looking for something, and then she kind of affirmed something and just kind of went back to her business. She wasn't she wasn't trying to do it subtly either. Like, you could totally tell there was something about you that she kind of made her do a double take.
Walk up to the counter and just kind of ask bluntly. I believe there's some MDRA member here that was looking for a group of us. Two of us aren't here right now, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, she said there would be 4 of you, and she told me to tell you, but are you them? She said there would be 4.
The other 2 took a detour to the library.
Oh, okay, yeah. She told me to tell you if a group of Pokémon showed up. Well, 2 are missing, but she said Typhlosion, Wooloo, a Stantler, and Ladian.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, she wanted you to go to her room, or she told me to tell you to do a very specific knock on her door. It was very specific, and it was like 4 knocks really fast, a knock really slow, another knock really slow, and then 4 knocks really fast again, and then 2 slow knocks. I don't know. Those mages are weird.
They're very interested in their secrecy, I swear. Alright. I think I'll go grab the others before I head back to her room, but thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you remember they're going towards the library. Malcolm, what are you doing while this is all transpiring? You just following Dante?
Are there any edible plants in the inn?
There is
Potted plants.
Yeah, there is a like a bunch of flowers in a vase, but it's like right next to the innkeep, who is a Lopunny.
All right, well, he's gonna try to eat one of the leaves.
You'd have to like go up onto the counter and try and get to it. So
He's in that case, he's just kind of reaching for it, but he can't get it.
yeah. Just Dante shoving you back with his
Little Wooloo head comes slowly rises up, or push him down, and it slowly rises up again.
All right. Dante seems to want to leave now.
Okay, Wooloo, Malcolm will just follow him.
Okay.
Oh, he's forgot his own name.
You remember they said they were going to go to the library, and it's easy to find here. It's a lot less condensed as Helmfirth. It's a lot more open, so you can kind of see between the buildings better and navigate a little better. And you see the library, and as you go inside, you see Ira and Proteus making a purchase.
Still here.
Oh, we were just about to leave. I guess nothing really came of the inn.
Well, Estelle is there, just waiting on the 4 of us.
Alright. She kind of like hands over the 2 gold. Takes the books. She quickly shoves the first, or the one about that kind of focuses on death, into her bag before kind of carefully putting the other one in. All right, let's get going.
I guess Proteus probably saw you buy that book, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely did.
While she was buying, he might just say, Dante's probably the expert on death.
You would think so. but I can guarantee that's not the case.
Shots fired.
Ouch.
Anyways.
Well, he wasn't there to hear that.
Nah.
All right.
Here's the question: is Malcolm going for any of the books while this has been happening?
It doesn't sound like you were actually there long enough for him to get at anything.
Yeah, they're kind of at the counter, not in the store proper.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So
Back.
we're reconvening as a group.
Tell the not to.
As you leave, you see a flustered-looking Levani kind of in this. Kind of like he's kind of really out of place. He looks like he has very like noble clothes on right now compared to everyone else who's just kind of in just boony commoner clothes. And his eyes meet you four. And he says, You four! And
Hi.
he begins walking over to you.
Proteus will respond to him in grass, not interested.
No,
Why
no,
not?
I'm not trying to sell anything. I run this town.
Oh, good.
Huh?
Oh? Hello?
Yeah, he might have said that part in comment.
Yeah, he said that in comment.
Excuse me?
The gall. I haven't seen you four around here. Are you adventurers?
I
That does
suppose.
Not for.
I would disagree with such a description.
Maybe as a side hustle in the best of days.
It's just I need some help. Everyone here doesn't have the. I heard 4 adventurers just brought in a bunch of bandits. Was that you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was
Yes.
us.
Perfect. I need you to do a favor for me. I am Mayor Walden. Pleasure to meet you, as he extends his hand.
Alright, I guess Proteus will shake it.
Mayor who?
Oh, Walden. Yeah.
Walden.
You have to help Kira. That foolish girl has gotten in over her head. She ventured into the caverns in the marsh to the south, and she's looking for slimes, and hasn't returned in days.
Looking for
Slimes?
Yes,
south. So to the south.
there's a marsh. Yes.
Slime. What for?
Well, that cavern was known for its fungi that we used for medicinal purposes here. The apothecary used an awful lot of them. But Kira, I found in her notes, she's been missing for days, said the slimes have gained sentience and are alive. That's something that only happens in mystery dungeons, but she made these brazen claims in her. I thought they were just flights of fantasy, but she hasn't returned in days. And there's bandits on the road, and I don't know who to send out.
Huh.
Well, we'll have to go and check with our acquaintance we made on the road out there and see if she wants to stay here a few more days. But if so, we can take a look into it, or at least think about it.
Excellent. That foolish girl has gotten in over her head, and I pray she's all right.
Okay, so who exactly are we looking for?
Akira.
Say.
She's
What's Akira?
that's her name.
Don't mind him. He,
He's
who,
He thinks her name is a Pokemon species name. Don't worry about him.
regardless, what do they look like?
She's a yamper. She's quite young, and she probably rushed off to this. She rushed off there to make a name for herself. But slimes are something just that existed in mystery dungeons. I don't know what she thinks that they're doing inside the cavern in the swamp like that.
That's certainly quite odd. Well, I guess if we have the time, I suppose we can try and look out for it, or try and go search for her. You said it was it was to the south. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, south of Oakshire.
Well. Yeah, we're here for at least a day, anyways. So, if we can't, I suppose we'll let you know. Where do we look for you?
What would you like as a reward? Would you like gold or just... I want you to make sure she's okay.
Well, gold would certainly be appreciated.
It can be done. I will give you 50 gold each for the return of Kira.
Oh, okay. Sure thing.
You will get on it. Will you? Will you not? I don't want you making promises here and just to leave town.
We
have
have
an
to talk
acquaintance
to
to meet
Anna
with.
first.
What's an
We have an
Anna?
acquaintance. Agreedant. We have a couple acquaintances to speak to, and then we'll get on it. It's right now. It's night, right?
It's heading towards evening.
Okay.
We can probably let you know in the morning if anything changes, but for now, I think you can assume a yes.
All right. Where will you be staying?
I guess he just kind of points to the inn behind the mayor.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to
There are
stay
no
on the road. I don't know your finances.
Proteus nods and he just says, "Understandable."
Okay, then.
You should buy things from Anna. She sells stuff.
uh,
You're still wearing that badge, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll
Got the
consider it.
branding.
If you buy stuff from her,
Alright.
she may want to stay longer.
that
That is
forgive
the
him,
most.
He's on the slower side.
It's tone deaf, but perhaps the most cohesive thought he's ever spoken.
Well, I suppose I can see what she has, but it's paramount that we get that foolhardy girl back here.
There's no need. We'll be on it tomorrow.
Okay.
As soon as the sun's up.
Okay. I thank you. Thank you for hunting down those bandits. You're doing your services to the air continent will not be forgotten.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he kind of he raises his head high and begins kind of still in kind of a fluster goes towards the merchant area. There's a few more tents besides Anna's.
Seems like there's a bit of a stir craze about all these bandits recently.
Yeah, should we talk to Anna first, or do we want to go and talk to the other one?
Let's go get Estelle away. We've got plenty of time to talk to Anna.
We'll make our way to the inn.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. You go through the inn again, and the innkeep directs you to the room that she was talking about.
Malcolm headbutts the door.
Yeah,
Bonk!
Nope. This is strange, but I was told to knock in a very specific manner. And he'll repeat what he was told.
All
4
right.
fast knocks, 1 slow, 4 fast, 2 slow.
All right. At that point, as you do the last knock, you hear the locks on latch, and you see the curious little Natu kind of peek in and out and usher you in.
Well, a bit. I mean, I'm paranoid, but even that's quite a lot.
Just come on in.
Okay.
Dante motions for the rest of the group to move in and starts moving past the threshold of the door.
Malcolm rolls in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Proteus is once again last.
Well, as she locks the door again, and you see her put up that ward. It's good to see you've at least made it this far.
A handful of bandits, but that's about it.
Yes, I've had my encounters with them too.
I'm surprised they would even try.
Yeah, with the construct.
Well, let's just say that's why I have a construct now. It was kind of a grueling incident. It involved bandits and chimneys.
Fair enough.
Oh, really?
Yes. I
Odd.
try not to think back on it very much.
It sounds like a harrowing experience. What exactly is that shield guardian made of, anyways? Color me interested, or the material at least. I know somewhat about the process and creating one.
Well, we would like to make them out of adamantine, but it's a hard material to get a hold of in such large quantities. It is made out of an alloy, fusing various. It's actually very simple metals together. There's steel in there, and titanium, I believe.
Oh,
But yeah, it's more of the arcane which gives it life.
right, and that's close to the chest.
Yeah.
As far as I gather.
Yes.
Anyways, what was it that you wanted to speak with us about?
I just wanted to reiterate to you that going undercover in the university is not all I wish for you to do. It's to... The ether has... It has possibly created strange anomalies out in the wider world, and I want you to try and focus on that, and if you find any of it, the unstable ones anyway, or who is responsible, I want you to try and tell me when you can.
Okay.
And
I
to do
might
that...
already have an idea.
Hmm?
Dante kind of looks at the rest. think the
Proteus just raises an eyebrow at him.
I mean, he did quite literally say that
Ascension
sort of thing only
shrooms.
happens. Yeah, that thing only happens in mystery dungeons.
We have no idea who is causing this, guys.
But it's still an event.
Certainly an anomaly.
What did you discover?
Nothing we discovered, and in fact, something apparently one of the merchant's apothecary. What's the word for that? Not botanist.
Well,
One of the people here, yeah, one of the alchemists here, apparently discovered that some fungi were sentient, and or some slimes in particular were gaining sentience in an area not too far south. It's they went off to go investigate and have not come back, and so, well, we were asked to go and investigate ourselves.
Interesting. And you plan on following through with this?
Well, it certainly sounded like something you described. Odd occurrences that usually only happen in mystery dungeons happening elsewhere outside of their, well, designated locations.
Given the mayor's concerns, I think it is fair we check upon this.
All right. I'm going to be staying here until you finish this mission. Another thing I wanted to warn you too is it seems outside of the ice continent the ether is toxic to the touch.
Dante looks back at Malcolm.
Yes, this is
What?
why I was concerned about him.
yeah, he's been dreaming lately.
Really?
Bad dreams.
Really?
Nightmares.
Like,
Really? Tell me
night
about them.
terrors.
She looks very intrigued at you. Tell me about these dreams.
Well, the first dream, I was eating grass that was all the way up to the sky. It was the best grass ever, even better than the ones in Dante's rock collection garden. And then pink legs showed up and ate me. And then the next dream, I was putting the bandits to sleep. They were having good dreams, and I was putting them to sleep. And Proteus told me I was doing a good job, and then everyone told me I was doing the best job ever. And then the legs came back in the forest, and they punched me. Oh, and there was another voice that was calling for help.
Interesting.
You told
Maybe
us it said you were interfering.
Oh yeah, it said that too. The legs, not the voice in the forest.
So
Bonin.
either the ether is connected to hallucinatory, or perhaps you're contacting another plane, or I hate to tell you this, Malcolm, but because you've consumed some of the ether, you might just explode.
Okay.
Okay.
Explode.
Well, it's never been done before, but that's kind of the likely situation I see happening. Consuming an arcane anomaly like this with immense power, and it depends if his body is able to handle it or not.
Ira utters maybe what was supposed to just be to Andromeda and herself. The thoughts kind of get the better of her, and she just says, "I wonder if this is replicatable with all the other Malcolms."
Dante immediately just like His head just races. He's like,
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
you
That-
understand I already have trouble with one of them.
How does,
I
Well, I believe doing that would be inhumane, and I mean, if they go on and eat the rocks themselves or the ether themselves, then we'd be able to take notes, but that's something we won't do. For now, we'll just like I said, keep an eye on Malcolm. I say it's it's only maybe a 50% chance he'll explode or not, but you know,
Only.
I don't know what to say.
can't imagine there's really any
This-
precedent for this.
No,
this
there's not.
If this ether powers magic items, will he become magical?
Well, the MDRA does not experiment on living beings, and those who dare dabble in such territory are expelled and most likely hunted down by the powers that be.
Yeah.
But this is something we at the MDRA suspect the Deuterium Corporation are perhaps undergoing.
And then what will you do with him if he does exhibit these magical qualities that you fear the Deuterium Corporation is trying to enact?
Well, if he explodes, he explodes.
Yes, we don't have the right to. Are you trying to imply we're going to abduct him and experiment on him?
Well, more the case of, imagine this thing casting fireballs from his hands. That might be a little chaotic.
I don't have hands.
Well, what you just described there is exactly what the Deuterium Corporation wants to do. They're trying to. Project Horizon is trying to make it so everyone has access to those spells. So the example
Whether
you
or
just
not
gave.
they can control them.
Well, that's why this is problematic. Unfortunately, that's something that we can't do anything about either. If they crack that, if they have breakthroughs with the aid of the ether, might I add, then it's going to spell chaos for everyone. Sadly, they have ex-MDRA members and ex-clergy working at those universities. The university, might I add. It's kind of funny that the clergy and the MDRA seem to come to agreement when they're doing things like this.
Regardless,
Problematic.
you suggested that we should be able that you suggested there was some way in which we should contact you.
Yes, I have something for you. She pulls out 2 stones, and she hands one to one of you.
All right, I guess Proteus will take it.
Is this the Sending Stone 15S?
No,
Oh,
this is the Standing Stone 5. They're only linked to each other. I had to give you we have better models, but we have to give you a more discreet one.
a burner phone?
It works exactly like the Sending Stone the later models, except it's only connected to this one. And it's once a day. You can contact me if you find anything, or you have any information to give to me. But
Right.
it's funny you said burner phone. This requires attunement. Understood? And if someone else besides whoever attunes to it tries to attune to it, it will go up in flames and be destroyed.
A burner stone.
Yeah, burner stone, yes.
I see.
And this is just so if you are captured or die, they can't link you to the MDRA.
All right then.
But I'll stay in Oakshire for the time being while you unravel this mystery about the slimes.
Sorry, I'm notes.
Okay.
All right.
But
Sounds good, I suppose.
But like I said, the ether is toxic to the touch, so make sure you wear gloves when handling it. It's very strange. It doesn't seem this way inside the ice continent, but here it's another story. The ones we work into magic items, they are safe, so you're free to use that that one I gave to you, Dante.
He is looking at the pearl power somewhat suspiciously.
You see, it undergoes a process where it's basically made inert, and we put in sort of a feedback loop so the energy kind of cycles through the magic item, making it safe to touch. And it can't be reverse engineered, or the stone cannot be, the ether cannot be extracted, otherwise it will crumble to dust. So you don't need to worry about that. Well, I would worry if someone gets their hands on a magic item, but it's just a magic item at that point. The things we need to worry about is the raw ether.
Right.
See.
Is there any way in which to, if it is so, I suppose, chaotic in its effects on the surrounding areas, is there any way to properly contain these raw chunks? Because obviously we don't have the tools necessary to refine it.
Well, that's why I gave you the stone, to contact me so I can have the MDRA quarantine and extract it.
Let's see.
And I couldn't help but notice you seem very apprehensive about helping the MDRA. May I ask why? As she looks to you, Proteus.
I guess he'll say there are capabilities that the MDRA has. Because you must sell magic items to everyone, it means that it can get into the hands of bandits from time to time who cause a bit of havoc.
That is true. But what alternative would you want?
I suppose that it might be wise for the law enforcement to maybe do a check of some kind. But I suppose that is not entirely in your hands.
The MDRA is self-run. That's the whole point of the edicts. Is we run by unless the clergy declares the local government intervene, then something like that might be done. But we are self-run, and we can't do background checks on anyone. The best we can do is unbiasedly sell items to everyone who has the money.
I just have a feeling that one of these ether magic items are going to appear in the hands of one of our enemies one of these days.
And it possibly could, as it could appear in your hands. The thing is, though, the ether itself, raw ether, is not something we produce, and that requires action to be done. As the MDRA is the only one who understands it. And should be kept in our safe containment. Because I know if it gets out of hand, we are going to be blamed for it. And the MDRA to me is... I just want a safe place for mages who are considered freaks to most normal people. To have a safe place to go, to learn to hone their powers. A lot of people say, well, normal people say, we scare them with the immense power we have. You know what scares me? I have to admit, normal people scare me.
Well, it must be rather terrifying then.
Why?
I guess he's more scary than me. You're correct, Malcolm.
Well, I find Malcolm more fascinating than scary.
Okay, I guess that's also fair. He's not exactly normal.
But the point stands.
Why do you think normal people are scary?
Well, the prejudice we faced, and I just don't want those times of the witch hunts to come back.
Well, I can understand the prejudice part.
Still, you do realize that if this... I suppose you don't sell ether magic items on this continent, do you?
No, we don't. Or, actually, yeah, she says we do, but it's once it's processed, it's
And the clergy allow this?
once it's processed, it's basically the ether acts as a component for magic items that were made before ether even existed. It just makes them more widespread and a little more powerful. Once it's refined, then...
So, if the clergy sees it in our hands, they will not try to arrest us?
No, they will not. In fact, it's the Expedition Society that has given us most of the ether that we do have on the ice continent.
Interesting. Why would you want them to leave then? Sounds like they're essentially helping you.
Just a second. Got something wrong here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Has to look at notes.
No, something's wrong with my audio. Can you hear me still? All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I think I'm all fixed here.
Can they hear you?
Yeah. Everything's good. All right. She says we want them to leave because it would, while they do gather it, it would be easier if we just made the place a quarry so we can gather it ourselves, not having to pay them.
Isn't it like a giant mystery dungeon with a bunch of like attacking Pokemon things around?
Yes, we have measures of dealing with that. In fact, never mind. We have the means of dealing with it, but we'd like to see a world where we don't have to pay for that resource and we can just gather it ourselves.
Well, fair enough. Self-sufficient.
But I guess part of me was inspired too to start this Project Snow with you four, based on my interactions with a couple of adventurers I met on the ice continent.
I see.
To more or less help stick to my other reasons for supporting the Academy and using our powers to help the world. Yes, we might have to do it in secret, like we are right now, but that seems to be the price we have to pay. To not become pariahs for practicing our powers.
Well, anyways, Ira just kind of adds in after. She's just kind of been standing there for the last couple minutes, just like this is gone way off topic.
Anyway,
She's
yeah.
like, anyways, so I suppose we'll be leaving tomorrow morning. So I suppose we will inform you whenever we return.
Yes. And I don't mind you are taking these detours, by the way. Like I said, if we act too fast, they might shake up their plan knowing someone knows. I think letting things settle down a little bit so they're none the wiser is the best course of action.
All right. Well, very good. We'll let you know if we find a shiny rock out there, if Malcolm doesn't get to it first.
Maybe we should try having him hold it. How toxic are they? Is it like
extremely
poisoned for? Ah, okay. Maybe not then.
Yeah,
maybe
The
not.
point that
it
not
could
Skull
possibly
experiments.
cause one of those surges that happens on the ice continent, and Those could be for better or for worse, so you can try your luck if you want to experiment, but I'm not telling you to, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
You say the
She kind of
toxic.
glances over to Malcolm. It's like,
He seems completely unperturbed by the prospect of potentially exploding.
well, I suppose you are going to be my experiment. She kind of says in quotes,
Yeah.
heading into Loomhole. Heading back to Loomhole.
Yeah. Keep notes, by the way. I am not going to be watching you the whole time, so if he exhibits any strange behaviors or something, if he starts
I am.
if he starts mutating, like growing a second head, just keep note of that.
I mean, at the moment, it's she kind of maybe opens up a kind of journal she has. At the moment, it's basically just his dream journal. But if there are any anomalies, they'll be in here. I'll be writing them down for sure.
Very good.
I mean, that's what you'll be doing out there. I
that-
hope you understand what that means, having to keep an eye on him.
What? Just making sure he doesn't die?
No, the other general keeping an eye on him and making sure he doesn't run off. Or get into trouble. Or eat something he shouldn't.
Well, he's already kind of done all three, but
Yes.
anyways,
let's assume that
we
you'll
should
be
go.
doing.
We should go inform our, I suppose, client. We'll be staying for a couple more days than we anticipated,
Okay, very well then.
and yeah, we will see you in I assume, a couple days.
Yeah. Very good.
All right.
All right. If you're gonna talk to Anna, she's gonna be cool with you staying for longer.
Okay,
If
cool.
you want to just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna probably spend a night at the inn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be just 1 gold each.
All right.
You don't have to roll a d6 if you do that. So.
All right.
And I think we'll save the next part for tomorrow when you go to the next part for next week when you go to the marsh.
Yes.
All right, yeah. You got to dip into combat a little bit. You're still level 1, just bear with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, but that was pretty fun.
I like the part when I got to hit
it. No.
I like the part when I got to hit a zigzagoon like a baseball. Sorry, Fire Alley. I know how much you like them.
Yeah. I like
You hear the smash sound effect.
Yeah. Yeah, 16 damage. Jeez.
This level, that's almost enough to one-shot himself.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye.